Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Seniority and Discernment. I'm doing daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these posts a while back, and the world has completely transformed since then. So if I encounter anything as I'm reading that seems out of date, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. Also, at the end, if necessary, I will give you a summary of the topic based on what's going on in the world today. And I also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Seniority and Discernment. I am really enjoying Lola Jones's book, Things Are Going Great in My Absence, How to Let Go and Let the Divine Do the Heavy Lifting. What I like most is that she's not interested in gathering a following. She wants to give people information that empowers them and then gently shoos them on their way. They can come back to her website, which I will post below, and mosey around for new things, but their continued awakening is up to them and their own divinity. Spiritual practices are meant to be outgrown, she says. I followed a spiritual practice for 25 years, a good 12 years beyond leaving my former spiritual community. I enhanced it along the way, but it was essentially the same practice. Apparently, I outgrew it because then I expanded into new ways of practicing energy. It's been exhilarating and uncomfortable, rewarding and challenging. What's so interesting is that I created both of these to be spearheaded by characters that I initially judged. This is partly through my own spiritual teacher lenses, but I also believe a creation by my essential self, not to give up too much space to either one, to retain my own seniority as I continue to expand. It's a tricky thing to discern whether you're operating from your own knowingness and wisdom, or whether you're viewing things through your own judgment, assumptions, perfect pictures, or expectations. The way I've been able to tell is whether I have a lot of emotion around my own opinions. If I'm feeling very strongly about them, then it's the latter. If I'm feeling bemused or neutral, then it's my inner wisdom. However, my gut feelings can show me when I'm navigating into toxic territory. I don't negate them when I'm in a situation with a person who's driving me crazy. Before, I would have stayed until I figured it out, and now I know it's okay to leave. Neither choice is good or bad. They're just different choices leading to different experiences. Ultimately, it's all about being divinely guided, and that guidance is inward. It's not in another person, place, or thing. Others can provide clues along the way, but your connection with your expanded self is uniquely yours. Your path is your own personal road trip. In my classes and my coaching, I'm all about empowering you to connect to your own inner wisdom. Your life is entirely created by you. You create all your experiences for your own growth. If you're reading this, then you've created me to write it for you. If you're in a class, you created me or whoever is teaching it to tell you what you want to hear and learn. If you're being coached, you've created me or whomever is coaching you to ask you powerful questions and inspire you to move forward. Think of someone that you gives up space or seniority to, that you think knows more than you or has more than you. Realize that they're just a cast member in your hologram. You made them up. You wrote them into your script. Whatever they know or have, you know and have on a vibrational level. The author always knows everything about the characters they're writing about. As you align with your expanded self, you'll realize this more and more. Start recognizing the differences between your little self, your personality, and yourself as spirit, the essence of who you really are. Start identifying yourself as the greater part of you and watch how radically things change. Problems become smaller and the enjoyment of life becomes greater. Try this whenever you think of it this week and let me know in the comments below what happens. Well, I think this is really great suggestions for navigating the world as what's going on right now. We need a lot of discernment because there's so much misinformation out there, and we need a lot of seniority, knowing that we are consciousness and the creator of our hologram. There are so many things going on out there that we can really feel powerless about. So when you shift the perspective and notice how you're navigating, are you navigating as your little self or are you navigating as consciousness? It can really change your reality when you make choices and navigate as consciousness. So if you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up and also click the bell icon, and that way you're telling YouTube to share this with more people around the world and get this information out there to someone who really needs it. Also, if you would like to have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the skybox technique below. It'll give you an expanded perspective of what's going on in your life. I also have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles, and it's a great primer on the basics of energy work where you can change your inner reality that'll change your external reality. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. And then I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about you and the growth space you're going through, or relationships, or money, or or people who've died or what's coming up in the future. And I record the session just for you. And if you want to know how to do this for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great starting point. And then I have a coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specially selected consciousness techniques for you to transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.